that is reflecting down upon the month of Ramadan. It brings down a lot of blessings for us. It does reflect upon the inner peace that we need to sustain and what we need to achieve for our future, and that is Allah's mercy. To speak more about this, we actually have a religious scholar in studios with us today. He happens to be Professor Dr. Mustafiz Ahmed. Thank you so much for joining us.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Wonderful to have you. Thank you. This is very fresh morning of first week of Ramadan that you are enjoying.
It definitely is. We are so glad to have you here today on this bright, sunny, lovely morning. We are in the first Ashura of Ramadan. How is this going to restore us and prepare us for the end of Ramadan? How are we supposed to prepare ourselves mentally, physically to pray in the last stages of Ramadan?
Ji, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is very good morning of first week of Ramadan that we are celebrating it. Now, the word Siyam and Som is being used in Quran for Roza or Som. And this literally stands for to hold on, to control, self-control, that we call in a specific term, nafs, zabte nafs, that you have to have a control upon your desires and your wishes and so on and so forth. So this is actually a training course for us, that we are to hold on and we are to think about ourselves and the society as a whole. Secondly, it stands for a devotion to Almighty Allah and submission to Allah's commandments, and have a sense of sacrifice, withdrawal of your desires and so on and so forth. On the other hand, we have many benefits out of this fasting and Som that starts with our health, that becomes very recharged physically. Secondly, we are spiritually over refined, and then we get a new blood and new sense of submission to God Almighty. Thirdly, this month basically stands for the gift of Quran, that was the message of Almighty Allah were sent to human beings. And this is Ramzan and Quran, they are joined together hand in hand with each other. In this way we celebrate and we recite, we get guidance from the Holy Quran. That Quran actually, inna hazal Quran yahdi lillati hi aqwam. So this is the Quran which guides human being towards the straight path that goes to the straight to Allah Almighty Himself and His Jannah and His paradises. And thirdly, we have to have a schedule for reciting Quran. We have to have a schedule for being generous in the name of Allah Almighty. We have to have a sense of cooperation, sacrifice, compassion, empathy, sympathies, all that good comes to us as an individual, that should be delivered to all.
It definitely is. And on the note of speaking of good and evil, right? So what really installs on me, what really ponders upon my thoughts in Ramadan is that we're all the best version of ourselves, whether we're more forgiving, whether we're more patient, whether we're more kind, whether we're trying not to indulge in activities or desires that we would want to in our regular days. So we do have the capability to achieve that. If we do it in Ramadan, we can do it in the other months as well. So how is this patience that we achieve for 1 month to be able to carry it out to the other months and the rest of the year and the rest of our lives?
Yes, I think the Pakistani society is very brilliant and very devoted to Almighty Allah, and it has been always a celebration in Ramadan to have a cultural reform and revival, and that can make us able to prolong it and have a continuity and consistency for the whole year. That it will be a refreshing course this month, and then it will be a guideline for us, and the idea of self-control will continue, and it will be consistently going along us up to the last of this year as well.
Exactly, inshallah, and that's exactly the motive over here as well. We were thankful that, thankful to Allah Almighty for giving us or blessing us with the holy month of Ramadan. But sir, very quickly, let's come down to and speak about how bad habits are hard to break. And what happens is that with Ramadan, we will always try to do that. But unfortunately, for some, it actually helps. For some, it does not help. how do you think people can take the maximum advantage of the holy month of Ramadan by simple changes of their daily routine that they will be actually thankful for this piece of advice?
This is very important that we must be getting it out of Quran, that it says that Ya ayyuhallazina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba alal ladzina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun, so that though you may become very cautious and conscious. And this very sense and this very attitude will help us to make a routine out of it, that we have to plan for the 24 hours and how to sleep timely, how to rise up and how to go to prayers, and how to take our meals while in Sahri and in Iftar. Now, in general, we see that we become over expanding, over spending, you can say, celebrations, that we prepare much and then eat much, and after that, this is against, so this goes against the spirit and essence. So we must be cautious, careful. Each and everything should be counted for, and we are answerable for all nema, for all blessings that have been given to us. So we must be having this. This is not the last Ramadan. This will not be the last iftari. So we should be having every morning sahri meals and iftar very cautiously.
With moderation.
Definitely, definitely. So the focus is not on meals or big gestures for food. It is about big gestures for the soul, big gestures for the people around you, to make sure that you extend the generosity and to gain Allah's mercy for yourself, to make sure that you are the best version of yourselves. And so your soul attains the peace that it is striving for. With that, we're going to wrap up World This Morning for today. This is me and Shazad signing out. Make sure to join us live on 10 a.m. tomorrow. And thank you so much for joining us today and enlightening all of us with such a precious viewpoint. With that, we will be wrapping up World This Morning. See you tomorrow.